Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Fritz 10 Light Pendant. This is the Fritz Globe, actually, and it's the 131130. We have a lot to talk about, so let's jump in. Let's talk about the size of the fixture itself, and this is going to be 7.1 inches total height. That's before we get into all the lengths of how you bring it down. 9.4 inches in depth, and then left to right, you're coming in at 44.5. You're going to notice you're going to have some pull-down menus that are going to give you two different ranges, and this is adjustable. We'll get into that in a second, but the first range is going to give you as short as 10 inches, as long as 80 inches. The second one after that's going to give you as short as 10, long as 130, so we can pretty much cover you for what you guys need. If you need to go beyond 130, drop me a quick email and I will send that to customs and we will get you squared away. Okay, let's talk about a couple other things. Let's talk about the glass itself, because I happen to have it in my hand. It is beautiful hand-blown glass. It's very glossy. It's sandblasted on the inside, so it's opaque. You're not going to be able to see the bulb. What they do is they hand-blow this orb, or you can call it a globe, and then they roll it in these broken shards of clear glass. It almost looks like rock candy. It's really, really pretty. It goes back into a kiln. It's melted again, so all the hard and the sharp edges are all gone, but it's still really, really beautiful. When the light is coming out of this, these kind of glow. It's really great. If you ever get a chance to come into a showroom to see these, take advantage of it. It is really, really cool. There's also a sconce that matches this. There's also singular ones. There's 5 lights. There's all kinds of really cool versions of this as well. Coming in at 48.4 pounds all in. That's going to be including the canopy and all the glass, something you should know. Let's talk about that canopy. That canopy up on the ceiling is 8.5 inches by 44.5. I want to show you more information about that, and how we're going to do it is we look at the installation sheets, because you're going to have some good drawings. You're going to have a full PDF of the parts, a whole parts list, how it goes together, which is super easy. But the cool thing about it, it's going to show you the inside of this canopy and how it goes on your ceiling and what's going on with this. It's using transformers and drivers, so it's very, very easy to see all that when you look at these drawings. Canopy is 8.5 inches by 44.5. It's about that thick because it has those things inside I talked about a second ago. The thing about the canopy as well is the sides of the canopy that touch your ceiling are always going to be in black. And then the bottom is the faceplate facing down. That's going to be in the finish you choose, on the choose your finish side over there, that pull down menu. The little pieces that actually are, you kind of see them where the cables go in, those are called grippers, and they do exactly what it sounds like. They grip. So during your installation, you're going to be pushing those cables into the gripper, and then they don't come out, they lock. But if you need to bring them back down again, you use your thumbnail, you push into that gripper. It's also called a strain relief. It'll let it go and let you bring these back down again until you get this exactly where you want it to be. Some people will have these all in a row. A lot of people are going to have these staggered at different heights, so it's going to give you the opportunity to be a designer and do exactly that. Slope ceiling adaptable one way to 45 degrees, very important that you know that. If you guys are using this on the slope ceiling, it's a good idea to call me or drop a quick email and I can walk you through how that all works. Okay, let's get into what's going to be going on inside of this. You're going to be using these little bulbs. This is an LED. This is a 4-watt LED, okay? And you're going to be using 10 of these. I got this on Amazon. It is super easy to get. And when you look at these G4 LEDs, they have little prongs on the bottom. You can just barely see it. 4-watt max for each of these. This is the equivalent of a 40-watt incandescent bulb. So you've got 10 of these. That's the equivalent of like 400 watts all in. You'll want to put it on a dimmer. You'll want to tell your installer that you're using LEDs, dimmable LEDs, so they use the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get back into this for a second again. I always talk about the color of light on these things. 2700 Kelvin is going to be that super yellow light, and that's going to be like a setting sun. Way on the other side of that is going to be called daylight, and daylight is going to be that kind of hospital waiting room, convenience store light, which is super white. Some people actually really like that light. In the middle of all that is going to be called warm white, and that's going to be 3000 Kelvin. We got these on Amazon. Super easy to get. In the search, just put in G4 LED bulb, and you're going to see a big list of what you can get. And there'll be different types of these too. They don't always have to look just like this. But it's going to give you the opportunity to do that 3000 Kelvin warm white if you guys want to go there. Again, really important when you're looking at those bulbs online, make sure it says dimmable. That's going to be a big deal. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.